What's up, YouTube? um, I guess I should start by talking about what happened for the past 2 or 3 months. I'm sorry if you hear background noise. My heater is, heating up the room because it's albeit cold down here in this basement. Anyway, let me make this a short video. I don't want to talk about it too much because I already talked about it enough as is, if that makes sense to y'all. So first off, I haven't done one of these types of videos in a minute because I was embarrassed that if I did bring these types of videos back, it would be kind of weird because I'm no longer in my room. Well, I am in my room, obviously, but I'm in the basement, and I'm in my mother's basement. And a quick little update. And shortly, I won't be in this location anymore. I'll be out of my mother's basement real soon. It just takes time. And yeah, speaking of time, this was my life. Well, this was my life for a good month or two. Except instead of a walking boot, it was in a splint or a cast. So let me explain to y'all what the hell happened and how I ended up breaking my leg and ending up just posting shorts for the time being. So it was Christmas, and at first for Christmas I was only gonna get a Xbox gift card. I have my Xbox console. I just want more games for Christmas. That's it. So I decided to ask for an Xbox gift card from my mother because it seemed like the easiest thing to do. But she kind of got upset that I generally ask for the same thing every Christmas, which is just a gift card and some clothes, because I don't want much. I just wanted games and stuff to wear, cool stuff to wear. So that being said, I just asked for a gift card. But I was like, you know what? I saw on YouTube a short of someone, rocking some Heelys, and they looked cool, like skating on Heelys. I'm not much of a skater, but Heelys looked cool, and I always wanted Heelys as a kid. I didn't want rollerblades, or I didn't want any of those, traditional skates. But so I asked for Heelys. It may have been like a last minute thing, but I still asked for them, and it was just something different that I could ask for Christmas for once on a Christmas. So fast forward to me getting the Heelys. Obviously the plan was for me to wait until like the snow stopped snowing, or stopped doing the snow thing, so that I could enjoy my Heelys, but I couldn't wait. So I decided to try on the Heelys to see if it fit, put the skates on the bottom of the shoes, and yeah, they fit, and yeah, they were comfortable. And then I started reading the manual on how to Heely, and the first lesson of learning how to skate is balancing yourself. So for the next 4 or 5 days in the week, I was learning how to balance. I sucked at first. For like the first few days, but then I started to become better at it. And while I was learning how to balance, I was learning how to balance on different things. I was learning how to balance on the board of my bed, which is the like front of my bed over here, and I was balancing on different things in the room, and I decided to balance on the washing machine, and the washing machine actually held my ground. And then I started learning how to skate towards, like, you know, a goal. I set a distance for myself. I must reach this in order to, without like stopping, in order to learn how to, you know, skate. I was afraid of falling. A little backstory here. When I was skating in like this summer camp program, I fell on my ass like 2 or 3 times, and I hated skating. I always hated skating because I hated falling, and I hated pain. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I hate pain. I'm a bitch when it comes to it, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I don't like pain, so I try to avoid it as much as possible. Well, this time I couldn't avoid it. So, to make a long story short, on New Year's Eve, I decided to balance on this sink in my basement because I thought, you know, the sink's heavy. The sink's secured to the ground. Again, I thought the sink was secured to the ground, so I tried balancing on the sink. And what happened was, when I did put my weight on the sink leaned forward. I came down with the sink. I came down awkwardly, and my right leg was underneath the sink, and I ended up it ended up landing on my leg and twisting my foot in the process. My foot was like this. Then when I came to and realized what happened and I fell, my foot was like this. It was like that. That's like the most accurate representation. You know how your foot is straight. My foot was like this. It was like this, except, you know, just on the opposite side, since it was my, you know, my right foot. So my foot was twisted. It was bent this way. It was bent this way, actually, because you guys are watching in reverse. So my foot was twisted. When I realized my foot was twisted, I decided to put it back in place, you know, before the damage became permanent. And yes, it hurt like hell. And yeah, I couldn't move. Like, I couldn't stand on my leg. I couldn't stand up. So I had to crawl to my watch, my smartwatch, and notify my mom to, you know, come downstairs and help me out. And New Year's Day, you know, I made a post, happy fucking New Year. Started the new year off with a bang. And yeah, that pretty much sums it up. About a month into January, I was put in a splint. Well, the hospital I went to, they put me in a bad splint. It wasn't really a prepared splint. It like reached from my foot to like my shin, and then that was it. It was a bad splint. So when they put me in that splint, for like the first 2 weeks, I was off my foot. I couldn't walk on my foot for like the first 2 weeks, and I thought that that was just it for the first 2 weeks. So after the first 2 weeks, I started walking, or at least trying to walk on my foot, and to my surprise, I kept my balance and I was walking on my foot, which was a bad idea, because when I went to the orthopedic, they took x-rays and found out that the bone that was separated, here's this is my top bone, this is my bottom bone, and if they found out that it went like this, like almost, the two bones were like this because I was walking on it, when they should be like this, like tight together. But because I was walking on it, it smushed my leg down and the bone down, and the orthopedic or doctor had to put it back in place, put it back where it belonged. So that hurt like hell. But he molded it back into the place it was supposed to be, and I was put into a much better splint. Although it was heavier, it was still a better splint, and I was told to have another 2 weeks off my foot. So at the start of February, I got my surgery done, and it was a pretty comfortable surgery. They made me feel comfortable. I was all right. They placed me on the surgeon bed, and I'm not gonna show you guys the surgery mark. I'm sorry. I know some of you out there want to see it, but I don't want to show you. I'll probably, like, if you want to see it, I'll probably link it somewhere, or I don't know if I want to show y'all. I'm a little bit embarrassed to show y'all. I'm sorry, but yeah. The surgery was pretty comfortable. I was made comfortable once they laid me on the bed. They told me to breathe in this gas, and then 1, 2, 3, boom, I was gone. And next thing you know, a few hours later, it's night, and I wake up and I'm feeling woozy. Of course, the anesthetic just kicked in, and it was just crazy. But after that, it was another month in a splint. And then non-weight bearing, I was told no walking on the splint, so I had to use this walker. I had to use crutches. I still have the crutches. I still have the walker. So yeah, that they basically just I was put in a cast. After they took the splint off. I was put in a cast, and the cast helped the post-surgery heal better, because that's just how things works, I guess. I'm no expert on the matter, but yeah. After the cast, I was put in the walking boot for about a good month, and still no weight bearing for like the first 2 weeks, which means no weight bearing means you're not supposed to walk on your foot. You're not supposed to walk on your foot or that leg. And so I basically had to hop around like I was freaking a bunny or something, or the thing from Conker's Bad Fur Day, the scarecrow. I had to hop around. Or the Pixar lamp, whatever you call it. And for after that 2 weeks, I was told 15% weight bearing, which means I can walk on it with the crutches. And then after another 2 weeks, I was told 50% weight bearing. And then after another 2 weeks, I was told to ditch the crutches and put my full force on that boot. And then after another month, I think a little bit after March, they took the boot off. And in April, they gave me the ankle brace. And I was allowed to, like, this was like late April, I want to say. I'm not too sure. My memory is hazy at the moment. I'm just glad I can walk again. That's it. But that's how it happened. I broke my leg. A little funny story, I guess, if you will. But a lot of people ask me if I'm going to get back on the skates, or if I'm going to get back on the Heelys, and my answer was yes. Yeah, I'm going to get back on the Heelys. I'm going to conquer my fear of skating. I hated skating. Skating sucked. But as I grow older and I realize more people want to skate and I'm just gonna be missing out, I'll just probably just try skating again. But the Heelys, I do wanna use those again and actually try and learn how to use my Heelys. This time I won't have to worry about, you know, a sink falling on my leg. So that's that. That's how I broke my leg. And I'm back to making regular uploads and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.